All right, Shalom to our Barakar. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barakar Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, love, and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing this truth and true sincerity. Another day waking up here in Babylon, and then some more news related to World War III. Now, as you know, yesterday, February the 21st, 2023, Vladimir Putin gave his State of the Nation address at the Kremlin yesterday in Russia. And this is an article from RT News, further solidifying the prophecies of the Bible and further to solidify World War III. But before that, you're going to have the MOTBs, which we keep telling you, other Israelite camps out here, okay? These guys ain't even prophesying. They too mad about wearing hats and, you know, GMS did this and GMS did that. They ain't even prophesying, man. So this is from RT News. Former Russian president fires warning to United States. Dmitry Medvedev argued that his country is fighting for its existence and has the right to use nuclear weapons to defend itself. The U.S. is attempting to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia in the conflict in Ukraine, which has been going on for about a year now. Most of you Americans have already forgot about the war in Ukraine. You're already looking forward to the Grammys and that satanic performance by Sam Smith. All right, you're looking forward to the playoffs, the NFL draft, the MLB, baseball season is coming back up. But these people aren't paying attention to what's going on outside the United States, let alone their own little cities. The United States is attempting to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia in the conflict in Ukraine, meaning Moscow has the right to defend itself by any means necessary, including nuclear weapons. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev has stated. He warned that United States elites should not consider themselves untouchable. So I'm going to stop right here and get a precept. And then let me give you some news. I'm on my computer as I'm screen recording this lesson on my phone. Now, this is 38 minutes ago from Fox News. It probably came around 7 o'clock in the morning. Biden to meet with NATO allies in Poland as Russia suspends nuke deal. All right, so Biden is going to go to the NATO to discuss this suspension of the nuke deal. This is from Reuters 3 hours ago. Russia says it won't return to nuclear treaty until West is ready to talk. So Russia's not playing, man. You know, and I saw the comments yesterday as far as Vladimir Putin's speech. You Americans are stupid, man. You don't even know what the hell is going on. You so-called white people, man, you guys are just American idiots, man. All right, leave it to the prophets to tell you your fate, all right? Because we are a prophet unto the nations. And we got to tell you, if you're an Edomite, you're not going to make it past World War III, man. All right, and if you do, you might be an upper echelon elite, and you're going to get saved for slavery, man. So this is Jeremiah 50, verses 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon. All right, we're in Babylon the Great right now. All right, Babylon means confusion. When you've got men that dressing like women and women that want to be men, and little boys can identify as women now, and then you might be a 76-year-old man and you want to identify as a 6-year-old. If you want to look like a Dragon Con character, this is Babylon the Great for you. All right, it says, For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. One of them is Russia. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. The arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So these missiles that Russia and these other countries are going to send over here to America when it's on and popping, they're not going to return back void. They're not going to return back vain. It wasn't like, oh, yeah, my bad. Let's just send these back. No. Jeremiah 50 and 10 and Chaldea, that's another code word for America because Chaldea was known for witchcraft. You turn on the TV, it's witchcraft. Rap music is witchcraft. The food is witchcraft. These women are into witchcraft. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. And why is the Lord, the God of the Bible, doing this? Because you were glad, because you rejoice, all you destroyers of my heritage. Now, who brought so-called Negroes over here in slavery? All right. Who came over here as conquistadors and conquered the North American Indians and so-called Latinos, the so-called white man, and these other nations, but namely Esau, Edom, and so-called white man. So in these last days, the Lord has it. The Lord is beautiful to where he has one set of Edomites on one side of the earth fighting against and going back and forth with another set of Edomites, man. This is how the so-called white man is going to go down. All right. You looking at a man right here. He's not playing games with you so-called white people over here in America, man. They don't give a damn about you white people over here in America, man. But you white people sit around here with this. You still got this white privilege mentality. You still got that stupid little Edomite smirk in your face, not knowing destruction is coming for you. Jeremiah 50:11. Because you were glad, because you rejoiced. You know, they sent postcards of Negroes getting hung and lynched. They used the skin of slaves to make boots and leather belts. Oh, you destroyers of my heritage, because you are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellows as bulls. All right. MAGA hat Edomites, man. Those are the most proud ones. But hey, these at least don't give a damn about you everyday two-time loser peon Edomite devils, man. All right. Jeremiah 50:12, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Yeah, the Great Britain, they don't like you American Edomites as well, man. They're just dealing with you for a certain period of time before the Lord puts the spirit on them to send nukes over here. Because Jeremiah 50:12, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be as a wilderness. That's going into America. A dry land and a desert. So from sea to shining sea is going to be inhabited by desert creatures. You can read Isaiah the 34th chapter, Isaiah 13th chapter, Revelation 18th chapter to get more insight on that. Right? So I'm going to go to another set of scriptures. Isaiah 9. But this is coming, man. It's in the news. You know, you so-called Negroes, I already spoke to you Edomites. I'm going to speak to my people, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's about time to get your head out your behind and stop worrying about sports. It's all set up. Matter of fact, when the Super Bowl came, most of you were saying it was fake. So why are you still putting your energy and emphasis into this when it's fake? All right. Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. You know, you watch these old movies like Troy, about, you know, going into battle with swords, and they had to have a lot of gear so they can avoid conflict and battle and you know, basically protect themselves. But this World War III, man, it ain't gonna be no swords. It ain't gonna be no old way of fighting, man. All right. There's new technology that's out here. I don't know if you Negroes and Hispanics pay attention, man, but there's nuclear weapons out here. All right. And we keep trying to tell you what's going on out here, man. But you're more worried about living your best life here in America. When the cost of living is going up, violence is on the rise, homelessness is on the rise. Even in the suburbs, there's a lot of homeless people, man. All right. So continuing on with this article, it says Medvedev, who serves as deputy chair of the Russian Security Council, was commenting on Wednesday after speeches made the previous day by the leaders of Russia and the United States. Addressing the Federal Assembly as well as other Russian officials and public figures, President Vladimir Putin announced on Tuesday that Moscow was suspending its participation in the New START Treaty, the last remaining nuclear arms reduction agreement between the United States and Russia. Medvedev claimed that he had long anticipated the move and argued that it should serve as a message to the United States establishment, which thought it could pursue Russia's defeat, but strategically security is another issue. The former leader called this line of reasoning a bad mistake by the Americans and warned that since the United States wants to defeat Russia, we have the right to defend ourselves with any weapons, including nuclear. So there you have it. All right, nuclear weapons are here, and these other nations will use it on Babylon the Great, aka America, man. So I'm gonna end it off with one more scripture. This ain't gonna be too long, but you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to know what time it is. We keep telling you of the MOTB, World War III. You know, you had a little sedition out here with this whole Tyree Nichols thing, but you know, like I did in my last lesson 2 weeks ago, Most of you don't even know this, don't even remember this guy's name. He was here today and gone tomorrow. Another Negro that got shot for not complying with the police. All right, you had the little situation in Memphis where they stood on the bridge and they didn't move. That was it, man. But when the cost of living goes up, all right, and more people get kicked out of their homes and more iniquity abounding and the love of many waxing cold, man, then you really gonna see that we was telling you from the jump to come back to the Lord. All right. This is Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past. That goes into World War I. And behold, there come two woes more hereafter. World War II already came. All right. And now we're in the presence of World War III. Let's get that one in I believe it's in Revelation 11, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna just end it off on that. But we're in that time right now, right? Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past. So World War II, Mussolini, Joseph Stalin, Hitler, versus the United States. That's over and done with, man. Then you went into the Cold War. Now we're in these proxy wars now. You can't forget about Israel and Iran and those tensions running high. You sure as hell can't forget about that. All right, Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past. And behold, the third woe coming quickly. World War III is coming quickly. So with that, I want to say shalom.